Hey, if anyone's there, can you hear me? Let me know if my Hey, can anyone hear me? Looks like we have 3 viewers in. Hopefully the picture and sound looks fine. The color's looking a little bit off on my... Color's looking off on my computer here. I meant... Oh, looks like we lost somebody. No, well. Okay, so if anybody's here, I mean, it looks like we got 3 or 4 people kind of fluctuating between the two. Today we'll be doing Earthbound, at least the first dungeon I left off on last time. And we'll see where that goes on. Maybe I might take a, game request or 2 afterwards. 4 people in. Don't be shy. Express yourself, as NWA would say. Okay, too much. Okay, so last time I was here, I left off on the Mondo Mole boss. I got beaten pretty badly. I created a restore point here. Yawn, because going back all that way would be really obnoxious. Not impossible, not hard, just obnoxious. But I think I know the strategy now, so I'm gonna give it another go. It's very tough because Paula has very poor physical defense. Even with the bracelet I gave her. Liam Gallagher's Unibrow is here. Sir, I have no idea who you are, but welcome. Alright, and the other issue is that Ness is suffering from homesickness, which gives a chance that his attacks might miss each turn. Because I forgot to call Ness's mother in game. So, Mr. Top 10 List is here. Hello, Mr. Top 10 List. So we're gonna try this paralysis psi power. See how that works out. Now we need to physically attack him to do damage. Because if he has his psychic shield up, that's gonna reflect the attack. But Paula has very poor physical attack power. Her frying pan's only gonna do 1 damage on the Mondo Mole. So therein lies a conundrum. The only attack that was gonna do real damage to him has a chance of missing. Because of Ness's dumb homesickness. Liam Gallagher was formerly known as Uncle Waluigi. Well, I'm not sure why you changed your name, but I'm glad you're back. That was lucky. Paula's Prayer, it has a random effect. Very rarely it can be not beneficial to us. But, that did 200 damage. That's very unlikely to happen. So let's try Sight Rockin' on this jerk. Juan asks, am I late? Not really. People are starting to come in. You've come in at the perfect time. I more or less am leaving off from where I stopped last time. Wow. That was pretty simple overall. That was a lot better than my last run, which if you were paying attention, I think it went on for, it went on too long. And it ended with me losing, I think, twice. That's how you do it. You gotta use strategy. Yeah, that's it. And guys, how are my sound levels? Is everything nice and balanced? Also, if you're just joining us, please remember to hit the like button, please. Or smash is as the popular YouTube nomenclature. Helps the video get exposure and all that fun stuff. So now that we absorbed the sound, with the sound stone, got the melody, it's time to move on to the next adventure. I think now I'm strong enough that the animals are gonna fear us. Even the bear is gonna fear us. Got a preemptive strike. Bash. Let's see, Soul Calibur none. Cool. I recognize you from Mr. Top 10 List videos. You love this game. It's good to see you. I'm sorry we're not playing Soul Calibur. But me and one of my friends plan on doing that later. So don't despair. Liam says that he can barely hear anything. Let me try to raise some volumes up a little bit. Adjusting my microphone sensibility a bit. Maybe I might have made it a bit too distant. Hope I didn't say whoa too loud. Hello? Test? How's this? Is this better? Is that better, guys? Juan says, crumb, you heard. I have no idea what that means. Yes, thanks. Okay, good. So, Uncle Waluigi, I'm glad you are joining us. Have you any experiences with Earthbound? Because this game, I feel like whether you like it or not, it sticks with people somehow. Also, Mr. Top 10 List and other 2 or 3 guys who are there, or possibly ladies, you never know. Hopefully I'm better. Juan says Fire Emblem guys in Smash Brothers. Yeah, I heard about that. Wasn't that announced a few weeks ago? Or am I confusing him with somebody else? Because the most recent Smash Brothers character that I heard about was Isabella from Animal Crossing. And I don't really have a strong opinion on Isabella either way. I mean, I was never really into Animal Crossing, so I just, good for the people who like her. Alright, so this dungeon, I believe it's called Lilliput Steps. We're going to be out of it very soon. We're going to go back to Happy Happy Village, which is where the blue clansmen, that's essentially what they are, were located. And I'm going to call Ness's mom, because Ness being homesick sucks. That makes it roughly half the time my attacks aren't going to work. They're going to fail. So if you play this game, you have to remember to call Ness's mom. Oh, I heard you got a new girlfriend in your journey. Continue. So let's withdraw a little bit of money. Let's see, somebody in Discord is saying, I don't like this game. You troublemaker. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch the stream. I'm not sure what to tell you. Juan said Luigi got sent to another dimension. That's what happened in the Smash Brothers trailer, yep. Uh, Uncle Waluigi. Has anyone ever played and enjoyed Bully? Interesting. You don't mind if I call you Uncle Waluigi, do you? Because your current username is way too long for my liking. Never actually got a chance to play it. So this lady is apologizing for being mean earlier. Nice. We're gonna go through the Peaceful Rest Valley, which now that I have the means, the section should be less damaging. Bradley points out that it's weird to see automatic teller machine written out completely. I agree. I think these UFOs are still gonna be bastards, even though I'm powered up a little bit more. Freeze on little UFO. Mr. Top 10 List says he used to play Bully with his friend in middle school. Hopefully he's talking about the video game. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. Top 10 List says it was fun, kind of with it, have some spin-off. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Juan says, do you like to turn a fighting game anime into a comic book or a toy line? You know, I think almost anything can be a toy line or a comic book. I really do. So Calvert Nunn says, masterpiece. It's a very good game. It has some serious flaws, like with inventory. It's very good. I think it's the best of the Mother series, at least from what I played. Those little sprouts, they can drain my psi power. So you gotta watch out for those. And they're done. He can relate to it because he's an 8th grade student and his friends like it. I mean, that's, I think it's pretty, okay, here's the territorial oak. This, tree deceptively explodes. You have to take it out very quickly. When it's solo, or if it's in a group, you want to take it out last. I've had a few runs in. Burst into flames, you gotta end the fight quickly. Because you see how much damage it did, but battle ended, so I stopped taking damage. Uncle Waluigi, for some reason I thought you were a little bit older than that, so I'm glad to see you're appreciating the classics, as it were. Sorry about the yawning, guys. I tend to get the yawns when I do these damn streams. It's crazy to me to think that PlayStation 2 is old enough to be considered classic or retro. There you go. Juan says, what other characters can we have in a Cartoon Network fighting game? And that son of a bitch UFO gave me a cold. Let's use some phrase. I mean, I think we covered some big ones. Mr. Totella says that he discovered Bully in 8th grade too. Yeah, seeing as how me and him were about the same age, that sounds like the right time. So, healing. If only were that easy in real life. Burst in flames, and you just gotta end the battle quickly, damn it. Crap. Now Paul is KO'd. See if that UFO despawn. Yes, okay. I went back because I was trying to despawn the UFO. Liam said, I wish more people my age appreciated the classics. You know, the thing to me is that good content will last. I think one of the continuous issues with the video game industry, and you're going to have to excuse my language here, but some people are what I would call graphics whores, and it's not good. It causes people to miss out on good things. Let's see. Can Ness wear the hard hat? No, he can't. Like, one of my close contacts, he used to never before the GameCube era, which is just so surreal to me, because I think, in my very humble opinion, I think the best games ever made came out during the 16-bit era. I don't even know if that... I don't know how to back up that opinion. It's based on my own experiences and biases. But the fact that he would totally dismiss a game like Super Mario World or Super Metroid because he didn't like the fact that the game was in 2D, and it's so dumb to me. It's very stupid. I feel like there's this perception that if you like certain games from certain time periods and it's not modern, people might see you as somebody who is either trying to be distinguished or pretentious. But I mean, these are my genuine interests, darn it. No. Okay, I can do side rocking on it. Liam says that he finds the pixelated charm of platformers to me. I mean, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard anybody said. Somebody once told me, and this was 13 years ago, so what does it really matter anymore? But this Yutz once told me that I was biased towards pixelated games, which is stupid, because every video game displays images with pixels. So this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, because he's a pinhead. Hopefully he's not a pinhead anymore, but at the time he was a pinhead. Mr. Tutunless says that when he was a kid, he was disappointed when people only had Super NES until N64, since it was not in the 3D era. So unfortunately, I was like that when I was younger. This was elementary school age, though. I mean, thankfully you grew out of it. Crap. I mean, my experience with video games is that I find that I'm continuously behind, and I don't really have my finger on the pulse of everything coming out. So I'm always behind. it seems. There was this other guy, this other very dumb kid. In 2011, he was once asking about Dead Rising, and he wanted to know what year it came out. Ooh! Oh, that was very close. Okay, I'm gonna need to heal very badly. And me and my brother told him that it came out in 2006, and he said, "Oh well, I don't want to play it. I'm not gonna play it then because the graphics are going to be bad." And it's like, fuck off. Just fuck off. That's dumb. This kid in question was 15 years old at the time, so you know his brain probably wasn't fully developed. Juan says Ike from Fire Emblem versus Ike from South Park. Guys, I'm going in circles here, and I need to I need to find out where the hell I'm going. I think I'm looking for a bridge, if I'm not mistaken. I think that battle would very much be in Fire Emblem Ike's favor, because Ike from South Park is a baby, and Ike from Fire Emblem is a swordsman with speed and fire powers. So it doesn't sound like a very fair matchup. Here we go. Look at those damn. Oh no, it's an ambush. Yeah, that tag better miss. The little rhombuses and what have you flying around are all either UFOs or spinning robos. There was Meteor Neum. You know, I've played this game several times and I don't know what the hell that is. Uncle Waluigi says, don't get me wrong, I love NES and Super NES platformers, but my favorite 2D platformer is Shovel Knight, with Castlevania being a close second. Well, there's a lot of Castlevania games, so which Castlevania? Also, while I like Shovel Knight, I still haven't beaten it. I've gotten pretty far. I haven't beaten it. My brother Sam, if you pay attention to my channel, maybe you might know who Sam is. He's also been in, I think, 2 of Mr. Top 10 List videos, and has helped with footage for him. My brother Sam has gotten a lot further in that game than me. But one of my issues with Shovel Knight, the game is, don't get me wrong, I have fun with the game, and it's well made for what it is, but it doesn't bring anything new. It's derivative. That's my issue with it. And this guy fixed the bridge. Cool. Mr. Top 10 List is 3 if you count the Genie video. Go look up Mr. Top 10 List Genie if you don't know what the hell we're talking about. Uncle Waluigi says OG Castlevania. Very cool, man. I was recording footage from that a few days ago, and the original Castlevania, I have a respect for it because it started the series, and it was one of the first games Konami made for the home market that was not based on one of their arcade games. It was 100% for the home market. But that game is pretty brutal, man. So if you can get far in that game without any kind of assistance, I mean, I'm a wuss bucket. One time I got up to Dracula with save states. I've tried to not do that, and I struggle very much against the Grim Reaper boss. But very cool. I have respect for you if you can play that game legitimately. And if not, as long as you're having fun. Juan Gomez says something about a Flintstones 2D platformer. One of my friends from Japan has been trying to sell me a Flintstones game made by Taito, the famous arcade developer. One of my favorite arcade developers. I talk about them in my Space Invaders video, if you want to look it up. I forget the name of the game, but supposedly it's a pretty good game. But at the moment I can't really, I can't commit to a sale just yet. Liam also enjoyed Symphony Night. Yeah, Symphony's my favorite of the Metroidvania Castlevanias. Of the classic ones, you know, for a long time it was Super Castlevania 4, and now I think Rondo's the best. Oh, jerk. Jerk. Okay, I think I outclass him, so it's not that. Yeah, he's done. If you haven't played this game before, when you're in towns, if somebody is blue and they are moving erratically, that's an enemy. Not that guy. And I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna start talking about the blue song. So what I have to do is I have to revive Paula, take her to the hospital. Yeah, like that. It looks like a zombie cop. That guy is a malcontent. So let's take him out. And guys, just asking one more time. My sound's fine, right? Liam says, "I'm sorry if I keep asking. In the past we've had issues where people couldn't hear us, and I want to be heard. I want my voice to be heard. Darn it! Sorry for the salty language." Uncle Waluigi says that platformers and fighters are his favorite game genres. But Fallout New Vegas is his favorite video game of all time. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've mostly played the original Fallout on Steam. Okay, and Paula is revived. Yeah, 2D action games are my favorite video games. And I'm a big fan of Mega Man, Mario, Metroid, Castlevania. Those are some of my favorite video games. But I play all kinds of stuff. New Age retro hippie. Some people think that his song is a ripoff of Johnny B. Good. There's a lot of it might very well be. There's a lot of blatant music stealing in this game. A lot of sampling. How to get re-released? I know that the hospital, in the older version, the hospital used to have the Red Cross symbol, but they had to get rid of it. Liam asks if you can turn up the microphone. If I can turn up the microphone. How's this? How's this? Hopefully this is better. Okay. So I think the next step, if I'm not mistaken, I have to go take the bus to go to Threed. Let me check my notes here. Much better. Juan says that he likes fighting games, JRPGs, and rhythm games. Oh, that's very cool. I love the rhythm-heavy games. I think they're absolutely brilliant, and they've taught me things about music and made me appreciate the functions of music. I mean, that's magical. Juan, what are some of your favorite JRPGs? Just give me a minute here. I'm looking at my notes. Goods. I'm surprised Grant isn't here. I think I'm gonna need to sell that hard hat. Okay, my notes here are saying that next thing I need to do is talk to Paula's parents because they're worried sick about her. The song playing here is called Pollyanna, and it's also in the original Mother game. It's remixed in Smash Brothers. It even has lyrics. I don't know if I want to go into the whole thing about it, but it's like, you can call me Pollyanna, say I'm crazy as a loon. I believe in second chances, and that's why I believe in you. Yahoo! You can't say that as trademarked. I need to say if, even though it says pink, my mind kind of word filters it to say Paula. Band-Aid. Yeah, Band-Aid's a brand name as well. You gotta be careful too. And my computer just froze. Wonderful. And now it stopped freezing. Okay, Liam says my volumes are better. Grant says yo. No, it's yo. So I'm gonna respond with yo. Juan says, can I play Flintstones Rescue of Dino and Happy? Excuse me. If that's the Super Nintendo Flintstones game that I think it is, that game is very expensive and rare. So no, because I don't have it. Grant says, funny you should say that. I think you say that in reference to when I said, I wonder where Grant is. Normally he's here. Let's see. Uncle Waluigi admits that Liam Gallagher's unibrow sounds like an Instagram name. It really does. No wonder I don't use Instagram. Alright, and her parents are done crying. Juan said something about Yoshi committing tax fraud. Again, you have a really funny way of saying Yoshi's Island. I don't know if there's some kind of language issue. If you want, I was gonna change games probably in about 50 minutes. I can play Yoshi committed tax fraud, aka Yoshi's Island. Let's say about 57 minutes. And I take a brief break. Soul Calibur None says it says SC rather. SC is my favorite game. Will you review SC? I'm assuming SC means Soul Calibur and not South Carolina. It really depends. I don't own the first Soul Calibur because that's a Dreamcast exclusive, and I also don't have an arcade machine. I own Soul Calibur 2, 3, 5. I'm gonna get 6, and I also own Soul Edge on PlayStation 1. My Soul Calibur 5 is actually busted. It's unfortunate. Funny how that happened. Mr. Top 10 List knows about that when we try to play online. That didn't work out. Grant says that he has a Dreamcast on Soul Calibur. Maybe I might need to borrow it. Who knows? But I feel weird about reviewing fighting games, and playing them solo is kind of lame. So I would rather do it if I had, Sam or Inverted with me. Inverted's work schedule very often conflicts with mine. He usually comes back from work when I go to sleep. To give you an idea, and Sam is a third of the ways across the country from me. And now you're back to Uncle Waluigi. Okay, I think that name suits you better. Okay, I need to talk to that jerk Everdread. Where is he? Where's that guy? Where's that bum? When this guy is saying expand your mind, it really does sound like saying... It sounds like a drug deal. Let's be real here. As it should be, children are rescued in priority. Okay, I think next I have to look for Everdread. I think he's here. Yeah, here we go. This is his house. I was gonna ask you to be my partner, but I know you'll refuse. It's written all over your face. Something about money. And I believe we use this money to pay a debt. And not a debt to society. But, well, some of this part I did off stream, but just to recap, because some of it, this section earlier, I was able to do, but then also some of it got corrupted. The stream, I don't remember if the stream got corrupted or if it, but these guys are called the Runaway Five. There's 6 of them. They're basically like the Blues Brothers. If you've never played this game and your only knowledge of Earthbound comes from Smash Brothers, they're one of the guys that Ness does his fire slide teleport thing in the Melee intro. So if I remember correctly, I think we helped these guys pay a debt. Now here comes the photography stalker. Uncle Waluigi says Cassandra's in Soul Calibur 6, apparently. I'm kind of out of the loop on the roster. I heard that the guy from The Witcher is going to be a main character. Because one of my friends, she really likes Witcher 3, and she's pretty excited about that. It seems like Namco is really going all out with their trying to cash in on trends, it seems. I know that Talum is returning in Soul Calibur 6. I think we have to see the show or something. Let's see, Soul Calibur guy says, I hope you stream Soul Calibur 6. Well, yeah, I'm going to get it on, I'm going to buy it on launch day. I don't know when I'm going to be able to stream it. It all depends on the work schedule of myself and my friend. Because, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, this is not my career. We have regular jobs. I work 2 jobs, and then I do a bunch of gigs on the side. Let's see. Uncle Waluigi says, if you ever plan on streaming Soul Calibur 5 again, you should make some characters. Funny you should say that. Well, the Soul Calibur 5 streams were with Mr. Top 10 list. My copy of Soul Calibur 5 is not functional. Personally, will probably not be doing it. Mr. Top 10 list lives halfway across the country from me. So it's possible, but very difficult for me to stream with him again. I would love to, though. I would absolutely love to. I would love to do it right now. It's not very likely. But in Soul Calibur, I was about to say 7. Soul Calibur 6, if I can't get my friend Inverted to stream with me the days of the first few days out of the launch, I was planning on doing character creation with the stream and have you guys dictate me making a character. That's what I was thinking of. It's entirely possible that Inverted may not be able to make that. But I don't think I'll be streaming launch day, because launch day is the same day as Houston Arcade Expo, and I was planning on filming a bunch of stuff there, and probably talking to some of the guests there. Uncle Waluigi says, talk about a long distance relationship. You know, it can be very frustrating when people you care about live extremely far away. I'll say that much. But it's a very good relationship. What do I do next? I think I have to talk to these people up here. And there's nothing to do but enjoy the show when the show happens. I just farted, sorry. Oh, Lord. That was me reading the dialogue from the game. Don't get any ideas, you wise asses. Uncle Waluigi says if Soul Calibur 16 does make it, I hope I can make it. Me too. The thing is, I got a new job recently, and the way I've been streaming, the reason why I do it on certain days is because it didn't conflict with my job commitments. But now that I have a new job, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Thursday had been a pretty consistently off day for me, with very few exceptions. Occasionally on Sundays, but since I started my new job recently, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do Thursdays consistently anymore. I'd like to, but we'll see. I generally try to give you guys a hint of when I'm streaming next. Grant says what I thought somebody was going to say. Can you make a walking pair of boobs in Soul Calibur Creator? And the answer is no. I'm not going to do that. I'll dictate ideas, but I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to do anything obviously offensive. I'm just going to ignore any comments about that. But I fucking knew one of you guys were going to say that. Okay, so I have to do something to trigger the concert. What is it that I have to do? Good. Anyway, that's a very long way of saying, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that. You have a pass? I can't believe it. Can you take me with you? Grant says, I mean, is it possible? Is it possible Ivy's already a character? I mean, it could be. Juan, I'm gonna try and interpret your comment. It looks like you're trying to say that Blade Edge is the first game in the series, so Soul Calibur 6 is the 7th entry in the series. Yeah. It's, Soul Calibur is a sequel. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Soo-ba-dee-ba-doo-doo, I got those dead blues. Good, and then... Don't try to use your play money here, kid. Oh my gosh. That's not real money, is it? Money, that's what I want. Money, that's what is hot. That's what I want. Money, it's what we ain't got. So freedom, freedom. That's not a melody. I'm so excited. I might just want my. Oh no, no. Now it's time to get out of here. Okay, I think that that triggers the show. Okay, enjoy the groovy music. Tonight you got the Chaos Theater Soul Men coming at you. Rocking and rolling live on the stage for a limited time only. The world's greatest bluesmen, the Jim Belushi and the other guy. Dan Aykroyd, what's wrong with me? There's some comment reading music. Oh, that's flattering. Uncle Waluigi says, currently, you and Mr. Top 10 List and a few Smash Brothers Ultimate channels are my favorite content creators, so I try and stop in and say hi. Well, thank you very much. It's really humbling. Make sure you make sure you try and pay attention to when I'm on. I mean, my real passion, not that the streams aren't fun, because they are fun. I get to interact with people who watch my stuff directly, and when they're respectful, that's even more kick-ass. But my real passion is in the video reviews. It's just those take a lot of time to make, and I've never been able to maintain the schedule for them I've always wanted to. So I would say, you know, try to watch out for the video reviews when they come out, and pretty consistently recently, I've been good at streaming at least once a week. I try to do 2 a week when I can. This week I've done 3, which is pretty unusual for me. But yeah, thank you very much. Juan is saying something about YouTube yogurt. I don't know what you're talking about. Soul Calibur Nunn says, is Sophitia a playable character in Soul Calibur 6? I actually don't know off the top of my head. I'm not really paying attention to that game's roster. I would think so, because she's a popular character, but I mean, then again, I mean, wasn't Soul Calibur 5 like a reboot? I don't know what to say. Well, Soul Calibur 6 is like a... Isn't it like an alternate sequel to the first game? Mr. Top 10 List says Sophitia was the first character revealed. Oh, there you go. Grant says that the rift sounds like OD on life itself. I hope I'm reading these correctly, because I don't have the best vision in the world, so forgive me if I'm misinterpreting comments. Alright, so now I'm paying off these guys dead. Juan says, talk about my favorite voice actors. We did that last time, and I think that conversation kind of ran its course. I don't think I have anything really interesting to add to that conversation. So I would prefer to talk about something else. Mr. Top 10 List thanks Uncle Waluigi. Yeah, I thank you too. I'll thank him on behalf of you. Alright, so now these guys are going to give us a ride to the next town, 3. I'm sensing a pattern here. Uncle Waluigi says that he wished Lizard Man would get announced. Oh, Lizard Man's not gonna be in the game? Grant says bands you find overrated. Anybody on the mainstream radio? I feel like I'm so out of the loop on popular music. I don't listen to it. I don't buy it. I don't know what's going on. Usually my brother or Inverted are the ones who fill me up on music trends. Juan says Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, which has better shows? Nickelodeon was my joy when I was a kid, but I started watching Cartoon Network regularly in late 1998, and I very rarely went back to Nickelodeon afterwards. Just Cartoon Network all the way. I feel like the channel is a shadow of its former self. It's not as bad as it used to be. There were a few really dark years there. And I hate the fact that for most of its time, it's the Teen Titans Go network. But I always have a soft spot for Cartoon Network. And I feel like I totally graduated from. And the only show on Nickelodeon that I watch is Power Rangers occasionally. But only occasionally. And then Nick at Night's just awful these days. What the hell happened to Happy Days? Where's Green Acres? Now all they do is play Friends. I can't stand Friends. I know the show's popular. Never liked that show. They play Friends and then some show called Mom. Why are they playing that show? Didn't that show come out like 6 years ago? Uncle Waluigi says, as long as I have my SpongeBob poster, Nick is cool. You know, I think now I'm going to create a restore point. I'll move on to... What would you guys like to see me do? Star Fox or Yoshi's Island? I want to get a bit more actiony. Okay, guys, go into the comments section. Oh, before you do, please thumbs up the video first and foremost. Then go in the comments section, Yoshi's Islands or Star Fox. Okay, you guys do that. I'm gonna go grab a ginger ale, and I'll be right back. Well, looks like we're out of ginger ale, so I'm just gonna have some Aquafina instead. Alright, we got 1 vote for Yoshi, 2 votes for Yoshi, 3 votes for Yoshi committed tax fraud. It's unanimous to the 3 people for voting. That's why you gotta vote, people, to let your voice be heard. Excuse me. We'll get back to Earthbound eventually. I think playing it at this very meticulous pace, I think it's a little bit more enjoyable than just playing it for hours on end. Anyway, Yoshi's Island. It's a wonderful game. Uncle Waluigi says that he wants N64 Classic to come out. I think it'll come out next year. Excuse me. And you're gonna go see it. Okay, see you around. Thanks for stopping by. That was interesting. Everything's gotten pretty quiet there. I get to see Uncle Waluigi. Juan Gomez says, I hate Teen Titans Go. And some other bullshit that I can't comprehend. Teen Titans Go, you know, that show is weird because they make really weird, very specific, very nerdy DC comic book references that people like me are gonna get. But the 5-year-olds who they market it to are not gonna understand. So, and the people who make that show, they admitted that they didn't watch the original show, and they just seem to have a real contempt for their audience. So I don't know who that show is for. I don't know what purpose it's for. It's very divisive too, because it seems that a lot of people watch it, but a lot of people hate it. So is it on the air because a lot of people are watching it and complaining about it? Grant says that one of the writers for Teen Titans Go is one of the guys from the Goosebumps podcast that I still have not fully listened to. Okay, I'm gonna step away for a moment. Alright, sorry about that. Thank you guys for tolerating me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I felt excuse me. Felt really crappy momentarily. Um, let's see here. God damn, I'm losing my voice. Okay, sorry about that. Diego, hello Diego. Says the game has a great art style. It sure does. Diego says my voice sounds a little bit low. That's because I was sitting too far away from my microphone. Thank you. Not to mention, I'm not saying a whole lot. Truth be told. See if somebody's saying something. Okay, Grant says something very hyperbolic that can eventually lead to some truth. Has Hans angrily in response to Donkey Kong ever been disproven? This is my understanding. Excuse me, guys. I'm not great right now. I'm not gonna lie. So, pardon me if you can't tell. I might have to cut it soon. Honestly, I'm starting to lose my goddamn voice. The way I understand it is that Donkey Kong Country sold very well, and Miyamoto was given pressure to make a 2D platformer that looks similar to Donkey Kong Country, with all the pre-rendered graphics to make it look pseudo 3D. And he ultimately did not like the level design in Donkey Kong Country. He said it was mediocre. He said that the only appeal of the game was the pseudo 3D-like graphics. Give him pressure to try to make Yoshi's Island similar to Donkey Kong Country. I'm not sure what that entails. I don't know how it's physically possible to quote-unquote draw with crayons on a Super Nintendo game, Grant. So does that answer your question, Grant? Now, a few years later, Miyamoto would apologize for those statements. So, I don't know what to make of it. Killer, I mean, he's notoriously a hard ass. I think it's pretty prominent in just Japanese game design. The managerial guys, they seem to be real hard asses. There's quite a few stories about Miyamoto. And I'm sorry if you've heard me say this one before, but one thing about Miyamoto is that a lot of times during game development, he'll discard entire builds of games and tell the teams to not use their old code and designs and start over. And I forget the Japanese terminology for it, but people call this flipping the tea table. That's what it translates to. And his methodology is doing that weeds out bad ideas. That the good ideas will survive if they make it to the next build. I think that's crazy. That's why several Zelda games got delayed. him and the guy who actually directs the Zelda games are notorious for that. What's his name? E.G. something or other. He also did that with Metroid Prime, because he was a producer for Metroid Prime. He made Rare, sorry, stupid. He made Retro Studios discard an entire build of the game. And, I don't know if it was him or Yamauchi. One of them demanded a bunch of layoffs of Retro Studios and made them put all their resources into Metroid Prime. Diego says, I wish Nintendo would remix the Yoshi Island Final Boss theme for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Could be, could happen. Alright guys, I'm sorry to say this. If you can't tell, I'm losing my voice here. I'm struggling to talk, and there's some things going on. I might have to cut this. I'm really sorry. Hopefully I have my voice back on Sunday, but I'm struggling to speak, and my volume's coming out low, so I don't know if I'm feeling this, truth be told. I had fun. I really would like to go on 5 minutes, but I think I have it with me. So I'm gonna leave you at that, and I'll see how I'm feeling Sunday, assuming I'm not working on Sunday. Hope you get better. Me too. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's happening, but this stream's been a struggle, and I just don't think I can keep up. I'll see you guys later.